Good morning, dear children. In today's video, I will tell you about Neolithic period. What are the features of the Neolithic period and what are the achievements of Neolithic period. So, watch the video carefully. Neolithic age. The Mesolithic period lasted up to 10,000 BCE. After that, the Neolithic or New Stone Age started. Some sites in India where Neolithic culture have been excavated are Kashmir, the northern Vindhya, the middle Ganga Valley, and eastern, northeastern, and southern India. The most important features are farming, community life, rise of village settlements, invention of wheel, and pot making. The beginning of settled life in villages by prehistoric man began during this period. Beginning of agriculture. In the Neolithic age, man changed from food gatherer to food producer. But this change did not come about suddenly. Man harvested the food grains which grew wild in some regions. He had no idea that grains could be planted. Perhaps one day, someone observed that the grain swept from threshing and deposited on the dung heap sprouted and in course of time produced grains. This was the beginning of agriculture that required a settled life for closely watching the plants to grow. Agriculture thus paved the way for settled life. Agriculture brought about many changes in the life of early man. There was a great change in his food habits. He began to live on food grains and vegetables. He also started making cloth of cotton that he cultivated. Growing crops assured man of a continuous supply of food. To take care of his crops, man needed to stay at one place for a long time. Hence, permanent human settlements began to be established and community life began to take shape. Community life. When man became a farmer, his interaction with others grew, which made him wiser. Living in a group made him aware of his surroundings and gave him opportunities to try newer and safer methods of farming and use of better tools. This process made people divide work among themselves. They had sufficient time as the pressure of searching for food and wasting time in hunting was completely eliminated. Farming and herding involved full-time attention. Early man had to live near the places of farming and herding to protect the crops and husbandry from wild animals. This forced him to settle down permanently, and man began to live in villages. He constructed huts of mud and dried grasses as shelter to protect himself from extreme weather. Huts were close to each other like a colony, surrounded by a common fence of bushes to keep ferocious animals away. The concept of families came into being. The families living in a Neolithic village were closely related and shared the same customs, beliefs, and methods of worship. A group of such families is called a tribe. Invention of the wheel. Perhaps the greatest invention of Neolithic man was the wheel. The wheel was a remarkable invention for Neolithic man. He might have got the idea while rolling log of wood. He may have realized that by rolling them, he could make things move faster. This made him understand that the use of round objects would enable easy movement. Wheels not only improved transport but also quickened the pace of development. The potter's wheel improved the process of making pots. Perhaps the wheel was also used in spinning thread, which led to weaving. Once weaving was known, man used cotton and wool to make clothes.